Alrighty, everybody, what's up, YouTube? If you're watching this now, there's a solid chance that either today or tomorrow I'm going to be live on Games Done Quick's YouTube or Twitch channel doing this speedrun. So if you want to catch live and check out the GDQ channel, check it out. But we're doing Order of Ecclesia any percent. I have not done much practice of this, so I have about a week. By the time you're watching this, it'll already have passed to get good at this game. All I want for today is to be under estimate. My current estimate is 35 minutes. So if we can beat the game in under 35 minutes, I'll be happy. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1, and go. How do you play this game again? Watch this be a PB. That would be so funny. My current PB, like legitimate PB, is really bad because, spoilers, there's a lot of RNG in this run that can cause problems. So I haven't finished a quote-unquote legit run without using backup saves in a while. In GDQ, I will be using backup saves most likely. Come on, man. This is already a pretty rough start, but it's fine. Okay, so far so good. That was just like the intro to the game. Now we're gonna save the game and do the first glitch. I'm gonna reset the game and then enter boss rush mode. Here I need to open the map and tap on the little pin at the top of the screen. This is a map pin glitch memory corruption. So now I'm in boss rush mode, but the game is confused like what quote-unquote boss rush mode I'm in. So I'm able to actually like escape boss rush mode by changing the character data via that map pin glitch. And one of the things that happens when you escape boss rush mode and save the game is now my save data has me at level 50. If you look next to my face, it shows me at level 50. That's just forever now. I'm level 50 for the rest of the run, which is very powerful. Here, I'm looking for a specific item to drop from one of these chests here. If we see a brown chest on the floor, it has the chance to drop a magical ticket. I absolutely need this item to finish the run. So if I don't get one here, I have one more chance to find one in a chest coming up. If it doesn't spawn there, I have to load a save that has one. Otherwise, the run is not possible. If I was doing just like normal resets of this at home, which I am technically doing, but you know, for GDQ audience, I wouldn't be. You would just reset. But since I can't do that, we are going to load the save that has one spawning in. There we go. There we go. Whoa. The other thing we're going to be doing a lot throughout the run is we're going to be grabbing these max hearts ups. Hearts are really important in this run because they allow you to do glyph unions. They are essentially like powered up versions of your attacks based off of which glyphs you have equipped. So if I have like a sword glyph and like a fire glyph equipped, it'll do like a big fire sword and stuff like that. So here I'm grabbing Magnes because I need it for later, and here I'm trying to do the frame perfect magical ticket glitch. There we go. This allows me to use the magical ticket when in places that I'm not normally supposed to be able to. Very useful stuff. It allows me to escape that area in a way that you're not normally supposed to be able to, which is really nice. How do speedrunners find these kind of glitches? I actually have a video explaining the speedrun and talk to the glitch hunter that found pretty much all of these glitches. It's on my YouTube channel. youtube.com/dragonblitz. It's probably like a couple months old video. That video has like, it goes in depth on a lot of the stuff. Here, now that I have Magnes, I can do Magnus backdash cancels. I'm essentially just using the backdash over and over again, and the Magnes lets me activate another backdash almost immediately. It does cost MP to do. That's the green bar at the top left-hand corner. You can kind of think of it like a stamina bar in this game because it like all of your actions require MP. but it refills really fast compared to like how MP fills in like other Castlevania games. So if you want to think of it as like a Dark Souls stamina meter, it kind of acts the same way. What's the most annoying grunt enemy in this game? There's not very many that like actually get in the way, but oops. Especially when you're at level 50, you don't really have to worry about damage or anything like that. The only thing that ends up mattering is like, am I going slow because an enemy got in my way, you know? It's not like I'm scared of dying. There's like one flea man in the route that can be a pain sometimes, but usually you have enough HP that you just damage boost off of him if he is a pain. Oops, that guy was supposed to die. Yeah, these fish actually can be pretty annoying. They're randomly spawning. And the optimal way to get through here is to like backdash off of these boxes, but you don't always get the chance to do so. There we go. I'm just going to move my splits all the way to the end because I'm not going to remember to split during this. And during GDQ, I won't have splits anyways, so. All right, and here we are to the first boss fight that's outside of the boss rush. And we can showcase the power of glyph unions. So earlier we got the hammer glyph, and we're going to be using the glyph union with that. And there we go. That's the boss done. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we collect as many hearts as we can, so we can activate those glyph unions on bosses and just do a crap ton of damage. I don't like it when that guy does that pattern, but it's fine. There's a lot of enemy patterns that just randomly will get in my way, slow me down, but it's fine. With this much like health and defenses at level 50, damage boosting is pretty much almost always going to be the fastest way to get through certain enemies. Like, how does one get the opportunity to play a GDQ? It is a open submission during their submission phase. So if you have a speedrun that you think would do well at a GDQ event, or just that you want to submit to a GDQ event or whatever, you submit it to them and they review it, and if they like it, they'll add it to the schedule. All right. Here we're getting the first Dominus glyph, Dominus Hatred. It's a pretty powerful attack that costs HP to cast, as well as MP. So we have to be careful anytime we do end up using it. The other thing is we need 3 Dominus glyphs to beat the game. It's just like a story requirement. So us getting the first one here is pretty important. If we didn't need those Dominus pieces to beat the game, there are glitches powerful enough to basically just like get us straight to the end of the game using some boss rush shenanigans. But because we still require the use of those Dominus glyphs, we are kind of limited in exactly how we're able to route through this. But once we have access to all those Dominus glyphs, the run gets opened up pretty quickly to some crazy glitches. Here, I'm just going to kill this guy to get him out of my way. And it also spawns this chest, which will give me access to the strength ring, which is pretty nice to have. It'll speed up a boss fight later on here. There we go. Exit the room while we grab that key item there. That lets me have multiple sets of glyphs active at one time. And now we're going to go back into boss rush here in just a second. Welcome. After we max out on some more magical tickets, I'll buy some meat just to heal up in rare circumstances where things get a little dicey. And let's save the game. Next up, we're going back to boss rush, but this time with the intention of actually killing a lot of the bosses here. So let me just set up my equipment for that. There we go. Oops. That's fine. So one of the things that's nice about the boss rush is every time we finish a boss, a little portal will open up on the bottom of the map here. There we go. I had to focus in to make sure that I turn this guy red as soon as possible. It's like the fastest way to progress the fight. But now that he's red here, it's basically an auto-scroller. So yeah, every time you kill a boss, a little portal opens up on the ground. And that portal is pretty important because it directly warps you to the next location as if it were a real location on the map, because that's basically what it is. So we can take advantage of these warp points to essentially break out of the boss rush game mode to then use those warps to warp around the actual physical game world and make progress that way. The game does not normally like you doing that, so... Meanwhile, we're basically just stuck fighting this guy. Slowly. That's just what he do. It's an auto-scroller boss. Okay, we have like one more cycle of this, and then we're free. All right. And now we are free to climb up the rest of the tower and then take the elevator all the way down, killing the boss finally. Here, if I stay in the correct spot and use Dominus Hatred, it one-shots this guy. Very useful fight there. Very useful for that fight. And here, if we're really lucky, this boss will just kind of stand still and let us, like, do a bunch of damage. We unfortunately got a little unlucky, but that's fine. I'm going to refill my health using the boss soul here, and this is going to be the final boss that we actually fight in the boss rush here. So as soon as we kill this guy, we're going to use that magical ticket glitch again to get out of here. There we go. Trying to use Dominus Hatred when he's in the air so I can double hit with it. Slightly faster that way. If I stand in the right spot here, he shouldn't be able to grab me. Yep. He's charging up an attack. Wanted to dodge that if I could, but it's fine. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to get the extra health, just to be safe. Here, I'm going to use my High Tonic just to fill my MP to quickly be able to do more damage to this guy. Fantastic. And now... there we go. That magical ticket glitch gets us out of the boss rush. Bounds, but the teleporters are still there. So now I can explore the actual level proper, get stuff like the serpent scale here, which gives me the ability to move underwater, which is very useful because we unlocked a water area here. But first, we grab the Ordinary Rock, which is our double jump ability as well. This is at the edge of the skeleton boss that we fought here. And the reason we're doing these levels in this way is to, one, collect items from them, and two, going to the end level like area, like exiting the level via the intended exit, unlocks those levels on the world map. Oops. That damage might be a little scary here. Yeah, it's a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Need to just get the proper start to that room to get through there without taking damage. Especially while poisoned. Poison in this game is very, very scary. It's damage over time and it lowers your stats. So now we can go to Giant's Dwelling here, which we didn't need to do, actually. That was a slight mistake. We're supposed to go back to the lighthouse. But Giant's Dwelling is now unlocked on the map, which is the important part. But the thing I actually want to do is use these teleporters to get to the end of Giant's Dwelling, which is this area here, save the game, and now reload the game outside of the boss rush mode. This is because this is the exit here of Giant's Dwelling, and it's just faster to get there from here. There we go. We can move on to the next area. Oops. Although I'm pretty sure I was supposed to do it the other way, but this is fine. This doesn't actually impact the speedrun that much. There's like a couple of things that you're supposed to do around this time for routing purposes. This guy is a jerk. There we go. Yeah, this game is very fun. The speedrun of it is pretty technical and interesting. But yeah, here we have to grab this to get rid of the frozen waterfall. Grab a little bit more hearts while we're here. There we go. Quick little magnes flying through these rooms. Here, these ectoplasms can be pretty annoying. If they hit you with Curse, which depletes all of your mana. Which is not very good, considering we need mana to go fast. Ow. What a bird. There we go. So yeah, these parts of the speedrun, it's mostly just basic movement, backdash cancels, dive kicking, trying to make your way through the enemies. Nice. Okay, being able to grab that without resetting the room is pretty nice. Story-wise, this game takes place after Symphony of the Night by like a couple of decades or whatever. Okay, now we have a few details that we need to clean up real quick. One is getting this extra heart max up here. This cutscene happens after we magical ticket. Now we go back to Giant's Dwelling for this cutscene, which is important because it gives us another Dominus piece. And then we continue through Oblivion Ridge. We have another boss fight coming up here, which, if I do this correctly, this boss fight is, in my opinion, one of my favorite fights to do, but because fighting this guy normally is a big pain in the ass. We need to do you? I think is all we have to do, right? No, you're allowed to ask questions. It's all chill. Oh, I messed it up big time. Yeah, getting poisoned here is really bad. This is going to slow us down a bit. I'm going to use the meat. I don't know if it matters or not. Yeah, this boss fight has gone very, very, very bad. Yeah, if I did the fight properly, he would have died, like, instantly. You can one-cycle this boss, but mistakes were made. Okay, that's bullshit. Whatever. I'm rolling my eyes at that one. Also, how is he not dead yet? Jesus. Very frustrating. That's a boss I need to practice for sure. Because the difference between quick killing him and this, we lost like 3 minutes. Ugh. That's like one of the 3 things that can go wrong in this run. The run is very easy to do outside of that one boss fight and like 2 more things. There's no reason to grab this, actually. I forgot that I routed out grabbing this shit, but whatever. Joe, thank you for the raid. What's up, dude? Thank you for the good luck. Very beefy raid. Oh, God. What's up, everybody? Just in time to watch me struggle in the run that I'm supposed to do for GDQ, but also I didn't practice very much at all. But it's fine. That's what we're here for. I have like a week to practice it. Smile. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So this is Order of Ecclesia, any percent. It's a very broken speedrun. We've done a handful of glitches to get to this point. The most broken stuff is happening later on, so you guys showed up at the perfect time. Welcome in, Raiders. I believe my run is on Monday at like 5 p.m. Eastern for the GDQ schedule, so you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek. And I'll play a lot better then than I will now. That's for sure. This is the worst I will be playing this game ever from now on until the end of time, I promise. If I'm lying, have the evil deities of the Castlevania universe strike me down now. So early on, we did a glitch to get to level 50, which is why I'm just like face tanking every single attack. I don't have to worry about my HP or defense stats really that much. There's only like a handful of places where I can actually risk dying, which is nice. The end of time, aka next Monday. Yeah, I'm probably not doing the speedrun ever again after that. Not that there's anything wrong with the speedrun. The speedrun's fine. But I just want to move on to other things. I need to do... Oh, God. The menus are the first things to go when you haven't played a game in a while. You need to be Vol Hosta. Why does everything have to be Latin? Okay, there we go. Oh, and you need to be Dominus... Silly me. Not Dominus Hatred. Dominus Anger. How could I be so stupid? Okay, there we go. Where did... Jerk? Alrighty. So, we kill this guy. He gives us the last Dominus piece we need to beat the game. But uh-oh, we didn't save any of the villagers that we needed to get the good ending. So the game has locked us into the bad ending. There I did a frame-perfect menu glitch that allows me to use the magical ticket item in an area where you're not supposed to. This will let me exit the like locked-in arena. Like, you can't leave that room. You're forced into the bad ending there. Unless you do this glitch. So now we're going to be setting a glitched flag in the game's memory. By entering this room again, it plays like a glitched cutscene version of the cutscene that we just did. Then if we leave, go back to the room where the bad ending was happening. Teleports us back into the bad ending cutscene. Actually perform the bad ending. by doing this. The game is giving us the bad ending. However, we have a flag set that says that we have already done the bad ending. So it's trying to add, it's basically trying to like +1 our like ending value. So by doing this, it'll load us back into our most recent save, which we did right before the boss fight with, what's his name? Dude that we just killed. I'm forgetting his name. I'm blanking. But we'll have the correct value set. So as soon as I load into the game, I can fight this guy again. But this time the game thinks we're on the correct ending path. There we go. I also had to save some of my hearts because I'm going to be using them in this next boss fight here. Thankfully, absorbing this glyph does give me 10 extra hearts, which helps for this next fight, which is a glitched version of the Barlow fight. And also, we do a crap ton of damage now because the glyph that we just got was Dominus Hatred? Anger? Agony. Dominus Agony. That one, it does constant damage to you. But while you're doing it, you get like a ×7 damage multiplier or something crazy like that. So it's very good. And now we glitched the game into giving us we're on the path for the good ending, which unlocks Dracula's castle. If we had done the bad ending, it would have just gave us a game over and not let us into Dracula's castle. So yeah, the first half of the game, really, you're just like exploring areas around Dracula's castle, and then you get to enter the castle proper. And here is where RNG gets to make me look like a big, dumb, stinky idiot. There's about a 44% chance, if I remember correctly, to get this drop that I need from these Black Panther enemies, the one that I just killed right there, the little animation that played afterwards. That's an animation that plays from enemies that have a chance to drop a glyph. And I need that one to drop their glyph. They drop an attack that basically transforms you into a cat. And I need a transformation glyph for a glitch later on. There's a certain number of these Black Panthers on the path that we're taking, and I believe the math works out such that if you kill all of them along the way, you have a 40-ish% chance to get the drop. Okay, that zombie spawn is ridiculous. Getting poisoned there sucks because now all my damage is like super nerfed while I'm poisoned. Okay, so far we didn't get the drop yet. Okay, I need to avoid these zombies here. There we go. Oy, oy, oy. Stressful stuff. Yeah, if we don't get it in during the marathon run, I have a backup save that just has the thing loaded. That's one of the nice things about playing this on the PC version that came out recently is you can just have saves. Like it has save states and rewind functionality and stuff like that. So if things go wrong during the marathon, I am not screwed, which is very nice. I'm gonna grab this because it's a little HP refill. This is where you would farm them if you were doing real attempts, because there's 2 in this one room. This is also where you would reset if you didn't get one within like the next like couple of tries. Realistically, if you're going for like a really top time, you basically need a very early Black Panther soul. There's like one more spot that we can try and get one from later, so I'm not going to reset it or anything like that. So this is a gimmick boss fight. You just absorb his glyph while he goes into the wall and it just instantly kills him. I don't know why Oops, didn't mean to press that. He's in the game, but he is. Oh, get down there. Nope. This is the last one. So, yeah, we didn't get the drop, which is very unlucky. Which is where I would load in my save right here. So we can get the Arma Felix glyph. Oops, wrong way. Because alternatively, your options there are just farm the soul, which I've tested it before. Worst case scenario, it takes like an extra 10 minutes. Theoretically, it can take forever, which is fun. Anyways, we grab this. There we go. We grab that warp for later because we're going to be doing the fun glitch, the most fun glitch of all time. I have to go boss rush course B specifically. Open up the map, grab this middle map pin, cancel out of the map, open the map again. I have the map glitched in a position in the top left-hand corner. I'm moving it down with my mouse to a specific pixel. If I cancel out of that, and then magical ticket glitch out of the boss rush. There we go. You might notice something about my movement speed is very fast. We have essentially tricked the game via memory corruption into giving us glitched movement physics. And we're going to be using these glitched movement physics to completely demolish the game. But first, we're grabbing Netesco, probably the best offensive glyph in the game, generally. Do I have physical copies of Castlevania titles? Yes, I do. So I have to do all this with glitched physics, which is very difficult to move around with. There we go. Oh, no! I actually don't know what to do if this happens. We reset. Yeah, we reset. Yeah. That's really unfortunate. I'm supposed to get clipped up even farther up there. I don't even know how that happened, to be honest with you guys. I didn't know that was a possibility. Anyways. We do it again. Hold on. Come on. There we go. We're fine. Yeah, everything that could have went wrong kind of did go wrong during this run, huh? This is the only other thing in the run that's difficult to do. So we messed up the boss fight that's hard. We're messing up this section, which is hard. The last thing that's actually difficult is the final fight, and it's not that difficult. So if I mess up the final fight too, it's like, we're 3 for 3. It's not looking good for your boy at GDQ. But it'll be fine. Copium. That's what's supposed to happen. I don't know why that didn't happen the first time. That big zip. There we go. You can clip through walls sometimes in very specific spots. Same with that. I have to be very specific with the damage that I take here as well. How? There we go. Because you only have so much HP during this section, and you cannot refill your HP. Thankfully, this section's almost done. There we go. I should be safe from here. Ooh, what? Stupid-ass movement. Dude, the game sucks. Stop. Oh my god, the game is not working the way it's supposed to. Stop. 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 Yes, thank you. Oh my god. There we go. We did it. Yay. And the whole reason we had to get the Arm of Felix is so I could transform right here. That's it. Stressful game, dude. We now need to do our last bit of menuing here. Put on the Judgment Ring to increase my stats, equip everything that I have, save the game. And now we can finally fight the final boss. We are overestimate. This run was really bad. I got a lot to work on. What are the odds I'm overestimate at GDQ? What are the odds? I don't want to... It's fine. Everything's fine. We messed up literally every possible way to mess up the speedrun. It's fucking over for me, y'all. GDQ's never inviting me back. Hello? Please don't lose again. Thank you, God. There's that fucking time. Holy. Oh, God. That was a nightmare. This has been way worse at GDQ. I know. This is the worst I'm going to be playing ever. I promise you guys. We finished the run. We finished the run. And we're only a minute behind estimate. I can finish this run literally 8 minutes faster. My PB is like 8 minutes faster than this. But this is the first time I've picked up the game in like a few months. So if you want to see me fail epically at GDQ, don't forget to tune in live when we do so. If you're watching this on YouTube later, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the live stream on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. Please root for me. I need your help. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.